Okay.
Yes, so basically, I had a meeting with James on like previous Saturday or Sunday, and we discussed that we need to remove the merge feature that we are using right now.
Mm-hmm.
We are basically using an LLM
Mm-hmm.
to make the merge, right,
Yeah.
using the partial code and the old code,
Hmm.
and we want to remove it because it we don't have like unlimited tokens, and it takes a lot of time, even with Gwen, to merge the code.
Yeah, that is true.
So, so we decided that we will somehow replace the merge with some algorithm, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we discussed was that we will use the same partial code in the AI chat,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
we will use the replace and search technique. Like before the we will like if we have a change, we will use the context above it
Mm-hmm.
and search it in the old code,
Okay.
and then and then replace that block or that snippet with a new change generated in the parser file.
Hmm.
Uh, so I am still working on that because it is a little complex than the merge one, because I could not really find any pre-built library for that takes the old code and the partial changes.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I am trying to write my own algorithm that does this,
Okay.
and it is a little tricky because sometimes the AI chat generates the partial files correctly, and sometimes it does not include the comments. So
Hmm.
I am trying to figure that out.
Yeah, because yeah, the reason is that because we are using lower parameter models, right?
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
models are essentially not smart enough with a lot of context.
Yep. I was thinking that if we could somehow make the AI model, any model, to generate the partial changes, but it would show something. If a line is being deleted, it should show a minus sign
Hmm.
before that line, and if a line is being added, it should show a plus line.
Yeah, I mean,
If we
we
do,
had that. We actually discussed that last time with the way that we they are doing it with either there were this editing guidelines that we discussed last time, right? Or this edit formats actually.
yeah. We James shared me that diff format too. So
Yeah,
I was thinking to do in that way because it will be a little easily to track those changes in the output.
yeah,
So I'm trying to work on that.
yeah.
I
But that
hopefully I yeah. Go
so
on.
given that if we use the diff formats that basically are published and used by everyone, the plus and minus diff format. So that would require the model to return the
Plus and
code.
minus.
Yeah, return the code with these things, right? Like plus
Yeah,
minus signs and in proper format, right? And then
yeah.
that's the issue that we are having also, right? Because models are not
Right.
returning it.
That is something in my mind. I have right now. I am trying to do without the plus and minus. Right. If we could somehow do it with only the partial changes using their context, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but I am having a really hard time to do it because there is a lot of uncertainty between the AI generation, right?
Yeah,
So
that
I'm
is true.
trying to look. So I am trying to look in both ways, and I will test both ways, and let's see which works best with all of the models.
So
So,
currently, so the way I'm just summarizing the flow here. So the
yeah,
way that you're proposing is that we will. So after the AI model returns the partial edit or partial code of the file, then we will search that snippet in the whole active file content, and then we will find the place that that the partial code has to be put in, and then we will
yeah,
apply the
yeah,
algorithm for that specific code snippet and the lines that needs to be changed. So
yeah.
we're not
Basically,
actually applying the algorithm on the whole file, but that specific part of the file, right?
yeah, yeah. Basically, what we are trying to do is we have the old code. and we have, let's say, a change, right, with a context above it, single
Yeah.
line or two line.
Yeah.
We will try to find that in the old code and replace only that part in the old code side. So
Okay.
that old code will become a new code, but it will have the whole file with
Okay.
our changes. Then we will use that new code that we
Mhm.
replaced, and we already have the old code, and then we will use the existing diff algorithm to get the diff view.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it sounds complicated,
Yeah.
a bit complicated, but yeah, if you eventually figure out when you will eventually figure it out, it will be great to have.
Yeah, I am trying to do my best. Let's see
Yeah, I'm
it works out.
really excited about that. And then what else? Updates do we have? Um, let's see. Yeah, so Victor, you were working on agents.md.
Yeah, so I've not made a lot of progress on the agent at MD, but what I tried to do was try and tackle some of the um pull requests I opened but are now still. And one of them was trying to like improve the chat user interface. I think I sent the link right now uh
In the
in the
chat.
chat. Yeah.
Let's
So basically I just tackled a few things. One of them was the full screen view, right, of the shot. So now you have like ability to like view everything well. Currently we have a button deployed, but it has like a bit of bug here and there. So I try to fix that up. Also, I noticed I don't know if I'm meant to be showing this, but like I think I can just summarize. It's not a lot of bless you. Also, I noticed that when you're adding context of a file, you can add a file multiple times rather than it being toggled out. For instance, if you click on a file, you
Hmm.
should actually remove it if you already added it to the context already. So that was fixed also.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like many things, like now you can paste images in the chat inbox, like the chat box. Normally, you have to go through the selects, then click on the
Yeah,
flies, but
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, your clipboard, you can just paste it
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
yeah. And what was the final one I added? I also make sure to add the AI shortcuts. Like I think Command L is the shortcut to like open the
Yeah.
AI, but it only currently works inside the editor. When you have the editor open, you
Oh
can click on
yeah,
it, it
yeah,
works.
yeah.
But I just shifted that and made it like global, so at any point you could.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. And then how are you? How would the pasting feature look like if I have, let's say, selected, if I have not selected the whole file but selected a part of file. For example, in VS Code, I have some file open. I'm pasting the code from there. So will it paste the code as text, or will it paste the code as context tab that we have?
That's interesting. I've not thought about that that case actually, but I think that's something. Yeah, I definitely could add it to this page. I should not be a lot of work. I've been considering something. I saw something like um GitHub Copilot where you can select a line of code or
Hmm.
select like you can just add a selection to the context. So I was just trying to like think about your thoughts on that. Maybe I could just add that to the PR also. So you
Selection,
could
selection of context.
yeah no like you can select a part of a code for instance, maybe a
Uh-huh.
function in the code and you can automatically add that to the context of the chat.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you, yeah, so currently the way, if you select a part of the code and
Mhm.
that automatically gets added to the chat.
Context. Yeah.
Because I think in Cursor the way that it works is, I don't know about, I haven't used um,
Copilot.
Copilot that much, but in Cursor what happens is if you selected like few lines of code and then you create a new chat, then that selection will already be in context of the new chat actually. So I would also like to, I mean, I think while you're doing that, you can also work on a feature where a user can create a new chat while the chat is open. So currently, we don't have
Okay,
a,
start the conversation like right on the top. Is
sorry.
that what you mean? Is it you mean like clearing the history and starting the shadow over again? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm talking about saving the chat history. actually.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
I mean, if I don't know if the first pass should be directly saving the history, but what I think the first pass should be saving the history into the session storage or local storage, and then just retaining that if there is any history, and then we can just sync that up with our database. And whichever one you think is doable, easily doable and for the first pass. But I was just thinking that because the next because we will have an agent and then other features coming up soon, so it will be good to have a chat retention feature into our
Yeah,
AI chat, because currently the only way that you reset a chat is if you refresh the page. So if you can close and open the chat, but the chat will remain the way that it is. But if you
yeah,
refresh it, then it will be a new chat altogether.
yeah,
So I mean, I would just ask you to like explore that idea and see what
yes,
you
definitely.
think will be the best approach for the first pass on this feature.
Okay.
And then for this, we'll also need to think about some other, yeah, but let's just discuss the other features that we could add later, and let's
Uh,
just focus on this one
okay.
feature right now. So I'll let you think on it, and if you have any thoughts, we can discuss it later on as well.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
and then, yeah, for me, I was just working on completing the API keys PR. It's almost done. And the adding the rate limiting. I didn't get much time this starting of the week, but I'm gonna be completing that this weekend. And we should be good to go with the merge API keys. Basically, API keys PR, where people can actually customize the API keys and models that they want to use, and use custom models. So yeah, and then while we are doing that, what else? Yeah, so for now, with your changes, Abdul, we'll not be using the the AI for any of the merge features, right? Just the
Yeah,
code generation. That's it. And the AI will
yeah, we
be
will.
removed from the merge feature at all. Okay. Okay. Then the only places where we'll use AI will be the inline code editing and then the AI chat. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Um. And yeah, I think that's everything for this update. I'm really excited to see the merging updates. Although no pressure though.
yeah. Hopefully I will be done by this weekend. Well,
Okay.
I hope so.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the stream.